Alrighty guys, we're back for some Golgari Aggro. For anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well. Additionally, we do got that sub goal set all the way up to 1,000, so if you want to help us reach that goal, do consider subscribing because it is much appreciated, friends. Also, hey, you guys are crushing that sub goal so far. We just passed 600, which is freaking amazing, so thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, hey, let's go over the deck, then hop into some ranked, which, I mean, I really got to sit down and take a moment to rank up to platinum real quick, because just playing ranked in these videos isn't getting me anywhere. But you never know, we might accidentally rank up by the end of this month. So we got 4 Eyetwitch, 4 Shambling Ghast, and 4 Dina the Vein / Dina the Root, which I'll get to in a second here. We got a couple Infernal Grasps. I would have liked to have more of these because of all the rune decks floating about, but, you know, we'll be fine. I'm sure we won't verse, you know, too many rune decks today, right? I hope. We got 4 Life of Toshiro because this card is amazing. Every deck that I've played Life of Toshiro with, it just it always surprises me. It just has so much packed into this one little card. It's just, yeah, it's really nice. I like it. It's like really balanced, I guess. Okay, we got 4 Innkeepers. We got 3 Meathook Massacres, 4 Biting Palm Ninjas. Man, I want this card to work. I don't see a lot of people playing with it, but you know, I think it's just gotta find its right home. And in here, you know, it fits in here really well, which I'll go over after I go over the rest of the cards. We got 3 Chariots because Innkeeper on turn 2 into Chariot on turn 3 is no joke. Or, you know, Innkeeper turn 2, Lolth on turn 4 is also no joke, right? So we got 3 Lolths as well. And a couple Spring-Leaf Avengers on the top end as well. In the mana base, we do have a Hive of the Eye Tyrant, a, you know, this card, this legendary card, Lair the Hydra, and we're rocking a Jungle Hollow in here too, because that life gain might come in handy, and also some of the cards in the deck, it might be a little greedy. It might be. We got double black sources, we got double green sources, so yeah, there's a lot going down here. The synergies in the deck, guys, there's too much to go over, so hopefully we just see it in the matches, but I will go over some of it here. Dina the Vein has that menace and the lifelink, right? So if you get this down on turn 1 and you start swinging in and that menace gets through in time for you to do Biting Palm Ninja on turn 3, you can bounce the Dina the Vein back. You know, obviously eat something in their hand, which is super important. And then on turn 4, lay Dina the Root, which is awesome. So Dina the Root, like, never sees play. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and those creatures gain trample until the end of the turn. Okay, so why doesn't this see play? I don't know. This is like one of those things where it just needs to be in the right deck, I guess. But look at all the ways we can gain life. We can gain life off the lifelink with the Dina the Vein, obviously. We can gain life off the Innkeeper. We can gain life off the Meathook. We can gain life off the Life of Toshiro. Is there more? I don't know. Oh yeah, the Jungle Hollow. That's that's the reason this is in here too. Lots of ways to gain life for Dina the Root. So just being able to buff a nice chunky board of spiders and cats and just everything else and give it all trample too. It seems super valuable and super important. So for the lessons off the Eyetwitch, we do have an Environmental Sciences, Necrotic Fumes, Containment Breach, couple Pest Summonings, a Mascot Exhibition, and Confront the Past, which could help us kill a Planeswalker or bring our Lolth back, which is important. And then Containment Breach, you know, being able to take out an enchantment now too, like, that's just very valuable. So many enchantments floating about. And then, of course, if it was 2 or less, getting a 1/1 black and green Pest, which also helps us gain life. Speaking of the pests, Dina the Vein can also create pests as well. It's a little bit harder. It's a mana sink, but it's noteworthy, right? Okay, yeah, is there anything else to go over in the deck? Yeah, actually a whole ton. I don't know where to start, right? Like, if you could somehow slip an Innkeeper through, and the ninjutsu on the Spring-Leaf and the Biting Palm can bounce the Innkeeper back, which means you can recast it and get another treasure off of it. So that's a thing. You know, Biting Palm and Spring-Leaf are probably going to be bouncing Eyetwitch back a lot because of that flying, which is a-okay by me, right? You can bounce, if you can get a Memory of Toshiro through, you can bounce that back with the ninjutsu and then get all the +2 abilities back when you cast this again. Yeah, lots of stuff. Don't forget the Menace on the Spiders too could help us break through and get some new ninjutsu abilities down as well. When the Spring-Leaf goes through, deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand, so you can just like bring your Eyetwitch back for more lessons. So yeah, there's a lot going on in here, and I think this is going to be a super aggressive deck. I hope I don't miss lethal a couple times. I feel like this is one of those decks where it's going to be easy to miss lethal damage. So yeah, I got to put my thinking cap on, and here we go. Let's go ahead and hop into some ranked, guys. Okay, into the first match. Ooh, and we go first. Ooh, very nice. Okay, yeah, this is keepable. We don't have a turn 2 play unless we draw land, but we'll see. We'll see what's up, right? Right into the Eyetwitch, and if we do get a land, then into the Innkeeper. Into the Chariot would just be nasty. It doesn't have to be a Chariot play, though. But I think it would be. It could also be a Biting Palm Ninja play as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'd call this a solid hand. We just need to see a third land. Opponent is thinking, oh no, we're good? We're good? Okay, get that Eyetwitch down. Opponent, it's not what you think. I promise. I promise you haven't seen this deck before. Ooh, we did get that land. I guess I can't promise that. Somebody out there might have made a similar deck to this, but still. Okay, Innkeeper. Again, I promise it's not what you think. At this point, they might just think it's the Golgari control that's floating about, right? Because I think both of these cards are in it. So Fading Hope could be a thing. But they're going to go ahead and save that back. So Deathcap, so Chariot could come down. Lantern Bearer. Okay. Okay, this is potentially mono blue tempo, right? So we might want to skip the Chariot. We don't want to get a Spell Pierce here. That would be devastating. So just swinging with the Eyetwitch, and they might let it go through. We could get a Biting Palm down, and then we get to gobble up the hand, see what's in there. I think that's fine. I think that is completely fine, because well, it depends. It depends what they're rocking. This might be an easy block for them. I think this is the same concept. They're rocking a Fading Hope, and they're not sure if they want to use it yet. Which I would say no. Especially if they think this is the Golgari control. The Fading Hope would be terrific against the tokens that the control deck could generate. I guess this one does it well too. So here we go. Gonna attempt the Biting Palm, bounce the Eyetwitch back. Let's see what's in their hand, huh? What you got for me, opponent? You gonna Fading Hope? Aw, opponent. Aw, opponent. Mono blue tempo is gonna be hard to beat. I'm excited though. This is gonna be a good match. I wonder if we save the treasure for a Lolth next turn, or if we just get the Eyetwitch back down. I think it's get the Eyetwitch back down. Because yeah, we gotta play around Spell Pierce now. Because my guess is they're just never gonna completely tap out. As that is something you don't want to do while playing mono blue. Mono blue tempo, we played a couple not this past weekend, but the last weekend, and it's a hard deck to play, but it's really fun, which shocked me really, because I don't think I ever expected to play mono blue and actually really enjoy it. I made a ninjutsu version of it, which was really awesome. It just felt good to play, right? Okay, so okay, we'll take the one. I'm gonna try to bounce the Innkeeper back, but I just have a feeling that. Okay, so they're rocking some ninjutsu as well. That's sweet. That's pretty epic. Okay, so what the good news is they're tapped out, so we could just go Chariot and be happy about it. But then we don't get the Biting Palm, and if we could pick something out of their hand, I think Chariot's just more valuable here. Right? Is it more valuable than picking something out of their hand? Opponent? Opponent, we were just getting into the fun, buddy. Aw, man. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think would have happened if we kept playing that one out? GG, buddy. All right, into the next match. We go first. No green source, but this is a keepable hand. I don't care about that green source. We got our little shamble buddies to go ahead and give us some treasures when we need it. Okay, mono white. So Life of Toshiro is really good here, because what that does is it makes it so that way they have to plug the counter into their 2-drop here. Other words, it gets a -1, so it's less damage coming to face, in other words. So they end up just swinging. They don't play anything out. Okay. I mean, that works for me, man. We're going to go +2/+2. Pretty good swings here. We're going to get the... Let's do that all after combat. It's good practice. Lair the Hydra. Shamble buddy. Blocks really well here, but we most likely go for treasures when we can because of the Meathook. Meathook's going to be super valuable in this deck. Against this deck, I should say. Yeah, we want to be able to hit like Adelines and anything else. Elite Spellbinder doesn't do much for them right now because of the double Meathook. You know what? I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. Like, they're at 14 right now. As far as I'm concerned, we're outpacing them. Especially when we're just a couple turns from powering up the Hive too when we need it and stuff. And like we're about to get a 2-3 as well. Just a lot going on over here. Brutal Cathar, nice. Okay. So, Meathook for 2 is 110% acceptable, but we obviously swing. No, I'm sorry, this doesn't have haste, don't listen to me. I'm crazy. So, Forest, okay, I'm down. Well, we can swing with the Shambling Ghast, though. That's what my brain was probably telling me to do. Because we could, it's a threat for a -1 on the Brutal Cathar just to get the other thing back. So we kind of cheese 1 damage through here. And then Meathook for 2. We get our other Shamble buddy back, and we can get a treasure, which is huge. Look at that. Look at that. So at this point, Elite Spellbinder would be really good. It taxes the other Meathook pretty well. But we are going to have 5 mana open, 6 mana actually with the treasure. But my turn. It's really good news. Okay, Lolth is nasty, bro. Okay, it's either we power up Hive and start swinging for 6, or we play a bit of a longer game with Lolth, and I think that's the answer here. We swing for 3, get a couple Spideys with Lolth. But they have the Emperor. Oh, nice. So I'm really glad we didn't power up the Hive. That's fun.
I hope you're ready to lose.
Yeah, I'm really glad we didn't power up that Hive then. Wow. Get Memory of Toshiro. So they gain a couple too, which is actually just... Oh man, yeah, Emperor is so good. Little bit of life gain. You never know when that's going to come in handy nowadays. Alright, Wandering Emperor versus Lolth. You know, I gotta be real with you guys. I think Lolth wins this battle, but we'll see. We'll see, because they could just, oh, Thalia. Okay. Okay. So they can +1 onto that. Thalia is lethal here. That first strike. Portable Hole! Wow. Okay. What do they take? They take the Shamble Buddy. Okay. Well, I think it's a full swing, or we're gonna take out the Wandering Emperor this turn, because everything we can do has Menace, so their Thalia doesn't do much. The question here is, yeah, I mean, first we draw, let's see. Another Lolth. I'm down. I'm down. So let's go ahead. What do we want to power up? Do we let them just swing at the Lolth next turn and take it, since we have another one here? I think it's a Hive. Just for the Menace. I don't think they would block the Lair anyways. And then we can keep a Spider back as a blocker if we really want to. Take the Brutal Cathar out. Yeah, the Menace does a lot for us there. So they're down to 10. Okay. Let's see it, opponent. You know, this is anyone's game. Like, they could start, like, dropping... I don't even know. Like, Legion Angel would be really good, but this has reach, too, so... Adeline, okay. Yeah. That's a tough one. Do they swing? We're gonna... I think we're gonna take... Yeah. That's a good swing. We obviously can't take out the Thalia because of the first strike, so I think it's okay to just trade with this 1/1 here. Because Lolth gets a counter, which is fine. Okay. We do want to we want to consider the other Lolth though, regardless. And I think we want to consider the other Lolth even if we did block there. The other Meathook too. We don't want to miss this, like, all this Meathook damage as well. Let's see what we draw. Shambling Ghast, okay. So we're going to go ahead and take out the Thalia. Even though Adeline's such a good target too, man. Really tough. I think it's the Thalia though. I do. And I think it's completely acceptable to go ahead and get the Shambling Ghast down and just wait this out and see what happens. Oh, swing with our Menace, of course, though. Yeah, don't want to forget that menace. Intrepid Adversary. Yeah, they could buff that pretty high. What's our Meathook looking right about now? Meathook for 4, 5? We can Meathook for 5. But I mean, that might be overkill. Okay. So we will... Do we protect the Lolth again? Probably, because we can -3 and then we have another Lolth. Or we could -3 then Meathook. That kind of thing, right? Where they lose a life then. Okay. So, we're going to take the 5 here. We're going to block this. What do we actually want to Meathook for next turn? So that way the Adeline dies as well. -4, right? I think that's what we would want. So let's go ahead. Treasure.
Subservience will be rewarded.
Okay, because spot removal off the top would be really good here too, since they're at 6. So we probably -3 and then just Meathook and be happy about it. We have the other Shambling Ghast too. So the reason it's a Meathook no matter what here is because the Intrepid Adversary has lifelink. The question is, what order do we actually want to do things? Because we could have Meathooked before this, but I kind of just want to ping for that little bit of extra damage. Maybe keeping the spiders was the actual play there, though. Anyways, yeah, Meathook for 4. Yeah, because then we could have Lolth got a couple extra spiders. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like one of those things where I don't play with Meathook often, and then the Meathook Lolth combo is just like, I see it played against me so often. Okay, so they end up conceding, but I guess that could have went bad if I decided, yeah, going for the extra damage there probably wasn't the play. That's just me being weird about it. So, all right, we go first here, and this is a lot of removal to have in an opening hand, especially since there's only 2 Infernal Grasps. We're gonna keep this though. Like it's not like it's a bad hand, especially since we don't know what we're up against. Okay, Mountain. Spikefield, beautiful, very nice. Yeah, so... Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get the Dean of the Vein down. At this point, the opponent has no idea what we're playing. So... So, unfortunately, our removal is not going to do a lot against a deck like this. But... you know, we could give them some treasure by hitting their Goldspan Dragon. Oh no, guys. Do we just play the Meathook for... really bad hand, isn't it? It's worth noting, I guess. It's worth noting. So I did that before combat just to see. Just to see what... if they were going to Fading Hope or anything like that. Opponent. Yeah, Prismari, huh? Okay. Yep, go for it. Yeah, we probably should have mulliganed. We probably should have mulliganed. The problem is, if we were up against like runes or something, then this would have been a really, really good hand. But going up against Is It? I don't know. I don't know about this one. We will see. Meathook for 0? Nah. Not yet. Not yet. We still don't entirely know if they're rocking, like, crabs or anything like that. But I guess the Infernal Grasp could deal with that, too. Chariot. Oh, no. It's gonna just get Jwari disruptioned, isn't it? Well, worth the risk. No! Get out of here. Oh! It hit! Ah, oh, it was risky. It really, really was, but... Come on, man. Look at this. All of our removal just chilling in our hand. Behold the Multiverse. Okay, so that could have been a saw it coming too, by the way. So they're trying to figure out what to scry. 2 to the top, 0 to the bottom. That's a little bit scary. You guys think it's going to be Goldspan right away? On turn 5? I'm not too scared of a Goldspan. I'm a little bit scared of it, don't get me wrong. See if we can get Dean of the Root down to power up our Chariot. Unexpected Windfall. Yeah, they're getting through their deck quite a bit here, guys. Getting through their deck quite a bit. There's the Jwari. Okay. That's not terrible news for us because we get a pretty good swing here. We get another kitty cat. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's not that bad. I'm down. We want to get the Meathook down as soon as possible now, by the way, because of board wipes. Like, right now. We play right now on the opponent's turn. That'd be awesome. I'm scared. Although, I don't see any board wipes. And a Braid is in the grave already, so that doesn't eat the Chariot right now. Oh, well, there's the board wipe. What do we grab? What could pull us back from that? We're too far from the exhibition. I guess the Pest Summoning, as long as we get some creatures or something along those lines. I am gonna Meathook for 0, guys. It's something that should have been done already, but I mean, I guess the only time we really had a chance to do that was really early on. So, I just hope we actually draw some of our many creatures. Both of the Infernal Grasps have been here since the absolute beginning of the game. Go, my pests, ride! Ooh. Ooh, do you guys think they have a Fading Hope? Is Infernal Grasp actually gonna do something here? Nah. Nah, they have something. Darn. Spikefield Hazard, actually. Yeah, bounce the Hallbreaker back to their hand. But wait, there's more. Worth it. Worth it. So worth it. Oh my goodness. The Hallbreaker is dead. Goldspan. Get out of here, Goldspan. No one has time for your nonsense right now. Okay, another land. That's a shame. It's not even a creature land that we want to see. So draws aren't the best. This was a mulligan, guys. Yeah, I think I said that like 60 times already, so I apologize for that, but yeah. And definitely live and learn on this one. Lolth, what are you doing here? Lolth? Bro, if this hits... No! Opponent! My soul has been ripped. Could you guys imagine? That is like the best top deck. Oh, man. I love how I tried to make an aggro deck and this ended up being super mid-range. For this match, at least. Another land. So yeah, we could have -3'd and then powered up the Chariot and then copied a Spider. Oh my goodness, that could not have been like... That's just such a GG, guys. We might as well keep this available. We're on a 2-turn clock, but it's probably gonna... We're probably gonna die before then. As they have like a ton of mana right now. Really? It's just gonna be Goldspan, huh? No way. No way. It's going to be another sock coming or something. There's no way. No. Really?
Could have such power, but you are
I don't know. What could they have? I'm so scared right now.
a gift in exchange for loyalty.
We can't power this up. If they have a single removal for the one spider, then they swing in for 4. Right? Like anything, another spike field hazard, anything like that. So we can't power up and swing with it. What we can swing with is our pest. End turn. Some of you might think that being a bit greedier there would be better, but I think that it's... Bro, crush the weak. That'll do it. That'll do it. Yep, no reason not to power up the Chariot. Because the opponent got us. Super unfortunate, but really well played. And yeah, I wish I would have had a better hand there, but I think this showcases an aspect of this deck where it can go a lot longer than aggro builds, right? Whereas I did totally make this for aggro. I'm just gonna pop a treasure for the sake of doing it, because why not? I don't know. Counter it. Counter it. Aww. Same thing, I guess. GG, guys. Okay, guys, here's the deck list again. 40% win rate. Not the best win rate, but I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna blame myself for that. I think I could have played those matches a whole lot better. And you guys are probably only going to get to see 3 of the matches because 2 of the losses were really long and drawn out. And they were up against control. And yeah, it was just... They were just really long matches. They were each over 20 minutes or about 20 minutes at least. So yeah, what you guys think of the deck? What would you change with the deck? Because I don't know what I would change. I think the 2 Abandoned Mines is unnecessary. You could drop this down to 1 and even go up another Jungle Hollow, honestly. I think the 3 Meathooks is good, 3 Lolth is good. I would maybe try to fit another Spring-Leaf Avenger in here because it's just so powerful. That being said, when you have 4 mana, you really just want to see a Chariot. So maybe even going up to 4 Chariots too. I don't know, there's a lot of value here, and you don't want to drop the Infernal Grasp because of all the rune decks floating about as well, and they'll overpower you real fast if you don't have removal. So that little bit of removal is super necessary. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I liked this one though. It was fun. I just could have played it a lot better, so... Yeah, hey, if you made it this far into the video, you guys are champions, and I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one.